Welcome, Exel here, casting my friend Wasabi Soda, playing his main Janna, currently ranked Plat 5. Played a couple games with her, and wow, just such an amazing Janna. So let's see if she can get to show it. I believe I casted this Anivia in last game. Anivia ended up winning this game, and Wasabi losing it badly before 20. So we're going to see if they can combine their powers and turn this game around. So unusually we have the Jax, a blue team, starting the enemy's red buff. So you don't get to see this very often, so I'm actually going to stay here and try to watch this a little bit, because you just don't get to see this very often. So imagine he's going to take this red buff, going to recall back to base, and then teleport back to lane. So let's see how the XP goes. Let's see how the lane goes with this red buff. So it doesn't get level 2, and just comes right back up to lane. Okay, so it's going to pop his potions, his corrupting potions, and it's just going to walk right back into lane. So enemy team, the red team, is going to know that the red buff was taken. Takes one minion, gets level 2, so they're both level 2. Kled does have a slight XP advantage currently, but now Jax has got that red buff. So I would have thought possibly Jax might have been a little aggressive there. If you got the red buff, you want to use it. Not only do you take it away from the Udyr on the red team, but every time you hit your opponent with this red buff, you slow them, and it does burn damage for about 3 seconds. So Udyr notices that his red is gone, doesn't like that. It's going to move up towards the Rammus. Rammus is just going to try to hightail it out of there. Looks pretty safe to take. Rammus isn't quite going to give it up. But Udyr looks like he went a Tiger stance, went with the Q stance. A little bit of an unusual take. Normally Udyrs in the jungle take Phoenix stance. There are, but did take the Q, which is better for one-on-one dueling. Also better for single camps, single large camps, such as buffs, such as Gromp, such as golems down at the bottom. Not letting this blue buff go, really wants to take it. Knows that there's a ward there. But with Rammus being so weak, looks like he's going to try to smite steal it. And he gets it. Does he get out? No, Rammus, you had it out. You just had to keep rolling. Why did you go back in? Udyr with both blue buffs and now a red buff. Going up towards this Jax. Now as you can see, the red buff slowing Jax down. Kled going up, starting to take the turret. Kled has the mount, and is fine to take turret shots. And that's 2 kills, one for the Udyr, one for the Kled. All this stems from Rammus not giving up his blue buff. You gotta just give it up. It's not that big of a deal, and now you're causing your team to have a huge disadvantage, and you're getting counter jungled. I imagine Udyr's gonna come up and take this scuttle and just go back to his jungle clear, and absolutely he's doing that. As you can see, this Tiger stance here, great for single camp. Look how quickly he's taking that. This is only at level 3. This is supposed to take a lot longer, folks, but it's looking really good right now. And we have Rammus going back top lane, but he's being seen. He saw that the Scuttle Crab saw him going top. What is he doing? Is he trying to push top lane? I don't understand. He screwed up that farm for his Jax, and what's he doing? He's going to hit the top tower, so instead of trying to jungle, try to get back into this game, you're going to go top tower and try to hit it a few times? You don't do any damage to the turrets late, or this early. There's a mechanic that gives turrets more armor early in the game. When you're before about 8 minutes, you don't do as much damage to the turret. So not sure what he's doing here. Udyr's coming up to winning this 2-on-2. They're going to win this battle. I don't understand it. Without even watching the rest of the map, you're just watching how a top and a jungler can lose this game for your team. No reason why Rammus needs to be going up there. First of all, you're seeing, and second of all, you're so behind right now in levels and in your overall jungle that you're not doing your team any service. Yeah, you got a little bit of damage on this turret, but Uder's got 3 kills and an assist. The top Kled has got a kill and 2 assists. Definitely not how you want to be starting this game, and we're going to have to see how the rest of the team tries to make up. Let's look at the Xerath. He's got a 3 farm advantage on the Anivia. Very nice Q by the Anivia. That is not an easy Q. Takes a little bit of prediction there. Very, very, very good shot. As an Anivia main, I do know how hard that Q is to hit from that long range, and he did an amazing job. Xerath is calling for a gank right now. Has a little bit low mana, but has level 6. So if Rammus possibly comes from the bot side here, might be able to roll in and grab a taunt. I think they could burst the egg. Anivia has a passive that she, when she dies, she goes into an egg form. And if you kill the egg, then you kill her. But if you don't, then she comes back to life with full health. With decreased armor and magic resist for about 6 seconds. But hey, the passive does take a long time to get back. And Rammus is thinking about counter jungling. I really wouldn't, not when you're this far ahead, behind. Xerath going down for the early roam, misses his skills, and unfortunately that's not going to do anything. Got 4 people showing bottom. Rammus, for no reason, shows up bottom lane, and now mid lane and top lane for red knows that the jungler is on the bottom lane and is in no danger of ganking them, even though he's going to go take this red buff, which is what he should have did in the first place. Going ahead and showing bottom for no reason. Goes to show you as a jungler, you have an element of surprise to you. And if you go ahead and show in a lane for no reason, you automatically give the rest of the lane's knowledge of where you are and where you aren't. So if you're showing bottom, the other team's mid and top lane can start playing more aggressively, can start to go for a kill. And it's really, you're doing your team a disservice. When you don't show yourself, even if you stay in the jungle and you're just farming up, the enemy team doesn't know where you are, and therefore has to give a little bit of respect that you could be in any one of those bushes that are not warded. Here we got pings going down for mid lane. I think that they're trying to call a 3-man dive. This Kled going in, nice wall to block the escape. Uder not following up. And we have Xerath using the ghost to try to get out safely. Uder getting a huge advantage here, farming it out. Not the greatest skill to use when you're clearing this camp here, the chickens, but it's going for the Tiger Stamp instead of the Phoenix, and what that also does is lets you take early Dragon. So here with the early Infernal Dragon, this gives bonus attack damage and bonus ability power, 8% that stacks for the rest of the game. Most desirable Dragon, and there we go, counter jungling this blue buff. Definitely gonna gank this top lane. They're gonna 3-man gank this top. If I were Anivia, I would be looking for where this Jax jumps to. Somehow gets the first turret. With that roam of Kled, loses the first turret, but is gonna pick up this kill. Uder goes ahead and gets it. Calling to push the top lane. I like this call. You want to go ahead and try to trade this turret here. If the Rift Herald was around, you could maybe justify getting the Rift Herald, but right now the only objective when you have your jungler top is the top tower. Ping's going down on bottom. Rammus trying to make a play, and Janna just gets out, as we can see on the mini-map. We have teleport being used on top. This is a little bit dangerous because this Uder is pretty fed right now. Ignite used, mount taken off. Jax trying to get out. You're just trying to survive at this point. Goes ahead, gets back in, and just gets out. Beautifully timed by the Kled, and Jax ends up being a poor teleport. Still going to try to clear this wave, still going to try to get this tower. We have Xerath coming up, looking to try to get a kill or 2. There you go. He hits with the 2 skills this time, looking to hit with his ult, misses the 3 shots, and finally hits it with the Q, gets the kill, saves the tower. Good job, Xerath, trying to keep your team in this. Meanwhile, bottom lane gets the dragon, even though jungler was not there, goes ahead and secures the Infernal Dragon for the red team. We have a 1,300 gold lead here at almost 11 minutes, and the first dragon going to red. This is a pretty big advantage. Still not over yet. The scaling, I'd have to say, goes towards the blue team, which means that the later that this game goes, I would give a slight advantage to the blue team. The Jax and the Caitlyn are both really, really dangerous very late in the game, like level 18, when right at the end, 30 minutes plus, super dangerous. Now, likewise, the scaling for the red team isn't that bad, with Udyr, Anivia, and to a lesser extent Ezreal, all showing pretty decently later in the game, but still a slight advantage here for the red team. Jax acted really aggressive, 4 deaths already. Doesn't want to be getting in any sort of major team fights where it's an even team fight, a 3-on-3 or anything like that when you're that behind. He really needs to be farming up at this point. Can in the top lane, I understand, so he wants to be trying to make a play now. I like the aggression. I don't know how deep you want to go. You're 0 and 4. Trying to dive. Looks like, wow, he does get the Anivia pass. Very good job, but sacrifices his life. Come on, guys. Caitlyn, put a trap underneath. As Caitlyn, you have to be automatic with those traps. When you see the egg form go, you go ahead and put a trap, your W, underneath it. That way, when Anivia spawns, immediately is stunned, and you get a headshot for extra damage and a crit. A little bit of a missed opportunity there. We're having the game a little bit closer. 600 gold difference, 5 kills to 7. Kled goes ahead and trades that top lane turret, but we all saw Jax going and trying to make a play in mid lane. Ended up dying, got the Anivia passive, ended up not being worth it though, because Kled got all this solo farm, got the turret, and Jax, all he did was get the Anivia passive and didn't end up getting a kill or a turret or anything. So let's see how this plays out. Kled walking down here, does have his ult right now. Probably looking to try to make a play in mid lane or in the red side jungle. Let's see what he tries to do. He does see that Anivia is back at base. He's going to go ahead and push this lane, try to put some pressure on the map. I like the play. We have Xerath going to gank the AD carry on bottom. Not what you normally see. Xerath is more of a stay-at-home mid laner. Normally wants to stay at his turret and poke. Definitely good for siege comps. Is not a usual roamer, though this particular player, the Mario brothers, likes to roam. So he's trying to make plays for his team. See how this ends up. Blue team does have a poke comp, does want to stay behind and do damage and poke just a little bit and retreat, poke a little bit and retreat. So let's see if they're able to play for their comp here. League of Legends is a game not only of skill, micro, macro, which is general map play, but also playing team comps and lane comps, which is how champions face each other in the lane. We have the kill going here. They're chasing the Ezreal, but meanwhile, we're having a top beam pushed by Jax. Jax is an excellent mid pusher, and we have the mid beam pushed by Udyr and Anivia. Looks like they're fine trading turrets here. This is an advantage for the red team. Beautiful wave clear by the Anivia. That's her strong point. Clearing that wave, allowing the Udyr to go ahead and push this mid lane. You gotta keep hitting it, boys. If you kill this tower before the TP happens, it does cancel the TP. Gets the tower, going ahead, kill the Jax. Anivia, if you get enough mana for the E, you got it. Didn't need to hit it. Going ahead and get the inhibitor very, very early at pre-15 minutes to get this. Okay, doesn't end up getting it, but very, very good trade by the red team. They want to take that. They have a huge lead, 3,500 gold. They're pinging the blue buff right now. Probably going to give this over to the Anivia, one of the more mana-intensive champions in the game. Blue buff, of course, lowers cooldowns and gives increased mana regeneration. Let's see. Very, very well. You do want to give that over to your Anivia, especially second blue and later. He wants to go to the Anivia at least 90-95% of the time. I have seen some Udyrs. They want to try to carry the game themselves, but here, this guy, even though he's got 5 kills, 2 assists, and is very well carrying the game for his team, gives that blue buff over, and now Anivia should be able to hold this mid turret as she comes to lane and not have to worry so much about the mana. We have 3 bottom, red. Looks like they're pinging out Dragon, and they're saying, hey, we should pay attention to this. Let's get a ward out. It's 45 seconds here in the Dragon. They're switching over to mid lane. They're keeping their Ezreal bottom solo farming. there's a couple ways you could have played that. You could have kept 3 bottom and pushed it because you did have the dragon coming up shortly. Just kind of the team going this way and that. I don't think there's a whole lot of coordination. Let's see how this Jax handles this 2-on-1 here. It's a very nice job by the Anivia. This Anivia has played before. I could just tell by how she's doing her alts and her walls that even though she missed one, very, very hard skill to use effectively. Definitely impressive Anivia play. Let's see how this game finishes out. Dragon is coming up in just right now, and we have the Ocean Dragon coming up. Alright, Zera picking up that kill. We have the... Oh, just barely. The Rammus was trying to pick up that last kill on the Ezreal. As Zera flashes for it, misses the skill shot, and then tries to ghost away, isn't able to get it. Udyr trying to get out, but Karma lands the chain on him. Udyr so strong right now, almost able to get the Caitlyn, but just barely able to not pick it up. Game is pulling away for the red team. 5,000 gold. Infernal Dragon up 4 towers to 1. This is a game of objectives, folks. And right now, Kled pushing on a 2nd level turret. They already have all 3 mid turrets taken. Middle inhibitor down to half. Just a little bit aggressive for the Anivia. Unfortunately, there's not much you can do here. Kled's pushing the top, got the turret. Let's see if she's able to help. Yep, able to help out. No, any of you want to get out of there. Just try to run and don't try to die. Yes, double blast cone. Oh, so close. Any of you just had to move over a little bit. Gonna die. Gonna use the passive here. That's where Caitlyn puts the trap right underneath. There you go, folks. That's how you do it. And just a little bit of over-aggression by the red team, but really not that much of a deal. Now here you're going to see the power of the Tiger Stance Udyr. Look how quickly he takes it. Look how little health that this dragon takes away. This is 18 minutes, folks, and Udyr is taking this with ease by himself. Now at 2 dragons to 0, I have Ocean Dragon and a Fire Dragon. Ocean Dragon giving increased regeneration. Great for poke comps, great for siege comps. Again, that's what the team that the blue team has, is a kind of split pushing poke comp. So that would have been a great dragon for them, but they just have not been in a position to take it at all. This Rammus did a good job in trying to farm after that initial 5 minutes of not understanding what he was doing. They're landing the taunt, going for the ult, trying to get a kill on this Udyr. He's got 7 kills, 2 assists already. Good job on Caitlyn picking it up. 4 kills, 2 assists. 119 farmed. Has an item and a half right now. And very nice play by Janna, the Wasabi. Landing that tornado. And there's nothing the Ezreal can do there. Just staying a little bit too long. But meanwhile, his lanes are pushing. This is still a 5,000 gold game at 19 minutes. I don't predict a surrender at 20. Let's see how this plays off. No, nobody going towards the Rift Herald at all. This is the new Rift Herald, and has had some increased attention since the buff was changed. I've explained it in my last few videos, but any team that I've seen taking it so far has won the game, so it's kind of a win more type ability, or a buff rather. Let's see the Karma. This is the support Karma trying to be aggressive. Uses the Janna skills. Rammus trying to get deep. Is pretty tanky, but just not tanky enough to be able to sustain damage from 3 people. Here the Clay's going in, trying to do damage. Should try to run back as the mount is gone. Jax going in, has the ult out, just not able to get in. Able to pick that up with the Karma. Let's see who picks it up. Karma with the W hit, and Jax picks that up. This is a beautiful team fight win. 3 kills for 2. Let's see what they try to do for this. Udyr trying to go in and take this inhibitor, and it looks like they're going to pick it up. Nobody's around. Good job for the Udyr, going for the objective. I was thinking that he was going to try to go in mid lane, trying to pick up the kill, but even better decision, picks up this mid inhibitor. That's a huge pickup at 20 minutes 50 seconds, and the game looks well in control by red team. Knows he's gonna die there, just trying to beast mode it and say, hey, I'm gonna go down and try to do some damage. Rammus with less than half health. They're all pinging towards the Baron buff. This is the red team pinging it, just saying, hey, there's not much ways that this blue team can win. We should go ahead and ward this Baron, because this is one of the few ways that they can win. As you can see, not everyone is going towards this. Certain people are pinging it, certain people are walking towards it. But there you go, Ezreal with the ult, going to scout it out. Kled getting damaged. Let's see if they can lock him up just long enough for the kill. Does go ahead and do it. Right now, blue team, you have a couple ways you can play this. You can try to hold back, try to push out the waves, try to delay for 4 minutes while your inhibitor goes back up, or you could try to get another pick and make a Baron play here. I do like the cautious play in this scenario. The game is not over. You're only 2,000 gold down and 2 dragons. Yeah, an inhibitor, it is a fairly deep deficit, but if you go ahead and try a Baron play at this point and lose it, that is the game. Here we have Ezreal just going to try to keep this wave pushed. Super minion right here. It's incredibly strong, as you can see, doing a lot of damage towards those minions and can tank a lot of damage. So when you have the mid lane pushing like this for the red team, you want to push out your side lane. So as you can see, Kled is doing exactly that, going towards the top lane. And as Udyr here, he's doing the split push Udyr, so he went the Triforce build, which is the moving around, kind of aggressive build. He went with the warrior enchantment, so again, going damage, going Tiamat, going for the hard carry. Very alone, one-on-one, he would have been able to win that match, but just not able to win it with the Caitlyn ultimate and with Jax using the skills effectively. And here we have the red team, very unusually, for an aggressive play, going for this Baron. Now they did see the Jax, Caitlyn, and Karma in bot lane, so they saw 3 bot and know this is a free dragon. Let's see if they're able to pick it up, and beautifully Kled's able to pick that up even through the Xerath ult. Now the team wants to try to get out of here without losing too many Baron buffs. They got the objective. There's not much more you want to try to win right here. And the beautiful flash taunt with the Rammus, but no, not enough damage to follow up. Caitlyn, Karma is not able to follow up with enough damage. That is a support Karma. You do have your Jax split pushing on the bottom lane, so you want to delay the backs there. You don't necessarily want to go for something so aggressive, but here we have the Xerath trying to poke out this Anivia for the 4th death that she's had. Just barely gets him, tries to defend himself with the wall, not able to get it. We have Xerath flashing forward. Wow, this Xerath is aggressive for a control mage mid. Trying to buy some time for the Jax pushing on the bottom lane. Really aggressive play here. Able to pick that kill up. Oh, just barely, and Kled is definitely going to be able to finish this off here. Back and forth, Kled with the double kill to get 6 kills, 8 assists. Also going full damage here. This is just a full damage red team comp. We should be able to snowball this game. Jax snowballs, executes himself to the tower here. I guess suspecting that he was going to be dying soon, but no reason to really do that. As you can see, with nobody around him, would have been able to pick up that turret. But denies the gold for the other team and is able to get back to base here with a nice buy. Going ahead and picking up the Ninja Tabbies, finishing off his Titanic Hydra, going for this full damage build. Rammus is tanking for them, so really only one tank in this game, and that is the Rammus for the blue team. Still, red team is winning, has the Cloud Drake that is going up and is coming up available. Looks like they're going to go towards that. Udyr is going ahead and picking up a jungle camp first, thinking, you don't even really need me for this. Little does he know that the Rammus is going towards this and can smite steal this. Let's see if it happens. No, it doesn't happen. All that from an effective Anivia wall. All that prevents the smite steal, and an effective wall there. That's about 3 or 4 walls I've seen correctly laid compared to the one I've seen missed. Very good job by the Anivia. Once again gets the blue buff from his team. And Udyr is in full split push mode. He's just getting levels and trying to be a nuisance for his enemy team. Once again, a beautiful wall from Anivia. Just love watching and another Anivia player landing these pitch perfect walls and winning this team fight for his team. Just, wow. This is all from the... I'm mistaken, not winning it for his team. It's a 2-for-0 trade because the Uter is split pushing bottom. So it doesn't matter the kills. The kills are 25 to 21 at this point. Gold 3,400 ahead for the red team. But another objective taken by Uter. I just love this Uter's objective focus. He doesn't care if he dies, folks. He's not caring. He goes ahead and flashes for that. Right now Karma has the last hit on him, and because of the speed and the flash is able to get out. I love this split push Uter. This is what you want to be doing. Goes ahead and picks up the Bilgewater for dueling potential in his split push. Goes ahead and uses the smite to slow down the Rammus. And I love this Uter play. Going for objectives, not necessarily playing with the team, but the team doesn't need him to fight with them. Just needs him to push. Possibly could have done another wave there, but I like the smart play. He's probably have a lot of gold right now, and wants to just do a buy. Let's see what he goes ahead and buys. Boots of Swiftness, beautiful pickup. Going for the speed, even though he's in combat. Love the pickup. And right now there's 4 mid, and Uter is going back into the jungle. Have a 2,200 gold lead. 2,300. Red team pushing down mid. They have blue team does have their inhibitors back up, as you can see here. Has the ward down in case there's a teleport. There is no teleport. Double ignite on the red team. Fairly nice dodging, very good dodging. There was a slight heal given by Ezreal to prevent the passive from being used. Dodges 2, gets hit by 2. And red team is grouping, allowing the Uter to split push. Divya just trying to get out here, puts a wall down. Probably could have blocked out the whole passage, but again, a very, very nice wall. Uter going towards the inhibitor once again, hits a trap. Oh, feels bad, Uter. I don't think you're gonna get this one because you hit that trap. But nice job making the pressure. Team's collapsing, realizing he can't get out. Just trying to dodge, trying to cause as much havoc as possible. Don't know how you can hit that trap. I guess he came around the corner, didn't have vision around the corner, and there was a trap waiting for him. Beautiful trap though. Great anticipation by the Caitlyn. 8 kills, 2 assists, 10 deaths. Definitely, the Xeraths, 10 kills, 2 deaths, 8 assists. They do have the damage, folks. They do have the scaling. They just have to poke, and they do have to let their Jack split push. Let's see what they can do here. Xerath poking out this Anivia, forcing out the flash. Anivia with not much health. Oh, does he get the taunt? Just barely not able to get the taunt. Does get the flash out of Xerath. And let's see what happens. No minions. Rammus is trying to tank this. Possibly one more shot will be enough to kill him. And not quite enough. Able to dive this tower effectively. 3 kills for nothing. Wow, this is 3 for 2. Gets the kill on Uter, and Caitlyn's able to pick that up. Not going to be able to want to tank this, and they're coming back. We have the blue team somehow coming back here. Just a little bit of a misplay from the red team, and it's a 4 for 2. And now Kled is staying at base. He's going ahead and buying an item, and right now the blue team is able to push on the Nexus. Looks like not going to be able to get this kill. Let's see. Just barely isn't able to get it. Kill picked up by the Caitlyn. I don't think they're going to be able to finish this up, but it is going to be close, folks. Oh, and the last hit, just barely able to pick it up. Very nice, Janna. Let's see what the red team's trying. They're gonna try to do something aggressive with these death timers at 45 seconds. Let's see what they're able to try to do. Rammus is trying to guide them towards bottom. We have a dragon up in 1 minute. We have certain pings going out for the Baron, and then other pings going out towards the mid inhibitor. We all know what Uter wants. Uter wants to go for the mid inhibitor. Deciding that is not a great decision. Team is split right now. I don't know what Ezreal is doing. Ezreal away from his team. He got the blue buff. Really shouldn't be alone from his team. Picking up blue buff, going into the enemy jungle. I don't like this Ezreal play. You see that your team is going towards... Oh god, wow. going so greedy, going for the double buffs and not helping your team. I hate that play. Right now your team going for the Baron, able to get the GA on the Caitlyn, and Caitlyn is just doing mass amounts of damage, able to get past that mid-game spike, and this is all because of this Ezreal getting greedy, trying to go and get the double buffs, effectively gets them, but now the team is going to be losing a Baron. Possible Ezreal steal, not even, doesn't even stay behind and tries for the ult. Wow, way to throw a game. Blue team, this is your chance to win now. They have to try to finish. You don't want this Udyr trying to split push on you. You don't want this team trying to come back. They have about 10 seconds where they can try to get this inhibitor. Inhibitor is the safe play here. Somebody's calling out the middle nexus, but I like the inhibitor play. You have double inhibitors right now. You do have minions that are going to come up and push shortly. You can keep pressed here as 4, but not recommended with 2 champions that are not full health. Here's the chase comp. You have Janna, you have Kled moving quickly. Jack's able to dodge the Kled hook. Udyr going forward or going aggressive. Hasn't really been much of a force in the last 10 minutes. It's massive damage from Caitlyn. Flash for the Kled. Dragon hitting the blue team. Does Rammus get out? Just barely is able to get out. You want to just escape there now for Rammus. They want to try to get this Ocean Dragon. Very nice for their comp, for the siege comp. Still have Baron buff. They have the double inhibitors. Going to go ahead and buy. Probably has some good gold right now. They're going to want to back and try to push out their lanes and try to reset for the next team fight. Let's take a look at the items here. First of all, the gold is 4,200, an advantage of blue team. Huge kill advantage, but not necessarily in the objectives. They do have the 2 inhibitors to nothing, which is a big advantage because it has these super creeps here. Top lane is fairly even for items, but the Jax does scale better than the Kled. So between now and level 18, he just hit level 17. He is getting more and more powerful as the game goes on. So is stronger than the Kled in top lane. Jungle is in favor of the Udyr. Udyr, they're on the same level, but Udyr does have slightly better scaling than the Rammus. So Rammus is tanking for his team, which is a huge advantage. Beautiful triple stun from the Jax. Goes ahead and pushes his E, jumps into the team, and as his E expires, stuns everyone around him. Beautiful job there. Jax doing the split push job, getting the stuns for his team, getting the damage, and this Caitlyn is also hard carrying. Not going back just yet, because knowing that this team can win. Caitlyn able to pick up the tower. Anivia's passive being used. She's for sure going down on this. Baron buff still active. And it looks like this is going to be it for the red team. Definitely a little bit of a throw for the red team. They did have the advantage. They had the early inhibitor, and all stemming from the greedy play from Ezreal. Not playing with this team. Very big solo queue mentality, thinking, oh, I'm going to get the blue buff, I'm going to get the red buff, and I'll just kite for my team for days, and not even helping his team out with the Baron. His other teammates started the Baron too early in the game, at about the 29-minute mark, 30-minute mark, and not able to burst it out. And once Caitlyn got there, dealing the damage, was able to clean up the fight. With Ezreal, nowhere to be found. Did pick up a kill, but it just was died. Lost his double buffs that he spent so much time getting. And this shows the importance of sticking with your team, especially around the 30-minute mark, unless you're a split pusher. Ezreal most certainly is not. Good game. Did see a little bit of a back and forth. I have to say the MVP goes for Caitlyn, just only dying twice. Beautiful lane with the Caitlyn Karma taking it over in mid game. And just showing the massive amounts of damage that you can do with Caitlyn. Good game, and Exel casting for the day. See ya.